If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me that you hate my videos, but the best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, Dame Dash gets arrested, and it seems like Kash Doll is trying to instigate the beef between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. Plus, the Grammy nominations are in. Let's talk hip-hop. So last week, TMZ crazily reported that Dame Dash was broke and blah, 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 and he couldn't even pay like a $2,700 studio bill, whatever the case may be, right? But anyway, so yesterday apparently Dame Dash ain't broke, right? Because he went to the courthouse in New York City to pay off some child support, right? So earlier this year it was reported that Dame Dash owed about $400,000 in child support to two women, his ex-wife Rachel Roy and like some other chick, Cindy Morales or something like that, right? He has two kids with Rachel Roy, two daughters with her and a son with the other girl, right? So anyway, the whole situation is he goes to the courthouse to pay off this $400,000 worth of debt, but he pays off one, so it's like boom, 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 I pay this off, it's all good. But the thing is that in the state of New York, at least, where you have a whole lot of back child support, the cops actually put a warrant out for your arrest, right? So it's crazy because you could actually kind of go to jail for just being broke because you're not able to pay child support, which is insane, right? So anyway, he paid off that and everything was cool. He cleared that warrant, but then he had to go to another courthouse in the Bronx to pay off the second one, right? The whole thing is that once he left the first courthouse, the police came, they surrounded him, and they took him into custody, and they escorted his ass up to the Bronx to take care of the other one, right? So they processed him. He went through central booking and all that stuff, but then they was like, all right, cool, you're gonna pay it off, all right, pay it off, boom, 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 and then he was released, right? So really, he was only in police custody for like a few hours, but he ended up ultimately paying like a little bit over $1 million cash, liquid cash. So that don't sound broke to me in child support, because he had to do it. I mean, he had it and he had to do it, right? This whole situation is crazy, but I'm happy that Dame Dash at least had the money to pay off the child support, and that he wasn't sitting in jail for even like 24 hours, because that's just a bad look, right? But hey, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. All right, so that was Cardi B in the club and VIP chilling, listening to music. Partisan Fontaine was there with her, and then also Kash Doll, right? And this is crazy, right? Because, all right, the whole situation is Nicki Minaj said it, right? A couple years ago, she was like, pick a side, right? And it's kind of crazy because a lot of A-list rappers really have picked a side because Cardi B and Nicki Minaj are both A-list rappers too, right? So the whole situation is, and we'll talk about Cardi B first, right? So on Cardi B's side, you definitely have like Remy Ma, right? You definitely have the City Girls, right? You got, well, I wouldn't say Trina, really. I think that Trina is more like on the side of Nicki Minaj, right? Meg Thee Stallion is on Nicki Minaj's side too, right? But so, hip-hop is kind of split down the middle as far as like female rappers and what goes on. Now, Kash Doll, the way that she comes into this is that Kash Doll used to have beef with Lil' Kim, right? And Kash Doll has since apologized to Lil' Kim on Twitter publicly and said that she loves Lil' Kim and she looks up to her and she got her style from Lil' Kim, right? Lil' Kim saw that and said, yo, Kash Doll, I love you. You're amazing. Your music is great. I'm gonna bring you on tour with me and you the shit, basically, right? So ever since Lil' Kim and Kash Doll kind of patched it up, it seems like Kash Doll has been leaning more towards the Cardi B side, right? Because Cardi Cardi B and Lil' Kim are cool, right? Lil' Kim and Remy Ma are cool, right? While on the other side of things, you have Nicki Minaj over here with Trina, and you really got Nicki Minaj. I feel like Trina's kind of neutral though, but you really got Nicki Minaj over here with Meg Thee Stallion, right? So Nicki Minaj's corner has a lot less people in it, right? The whole thing is that Trina is Carisha's godmother. Carisha is Young Miami from the City Girls, and the City Girls are cool with Cardi B. So I think that Trina kind of stays in the middle and stays out of it, right? Which is smart for a grown ass woman who just wants to focus on music, right? But ever since, you know, that clip, which was yesterday, with Kash Doll in the VIP with Cardi B, Kash Doll has unfollowed Nicki Minaj.
Why unfollow Nicki? I unfollowed Nicki 2 weeks ago because when y'all was for whatever the fuck y'all was dragging me for, and I told y'all to leave my name out y'all mouth, she fucking crazy. And I unfollowed her ass and told her she was delusional, just like y'all motherfuckers.
So it seems like Kash Doll has definitely said that she's picking a side, right? She said that she unfollowed Nicki Minaj because just like y'all, I guess she's talking to the Barbs because a fan asked her, well, why did you unfollow Nicki Minaj? And I don't even know why follow and unfollow is a thing, right? But she says that you are delusional and so is Nicki Minaj, and I told her that, right? You know, it seems like Kash Doll might be instigating the situation right when I thought that Nicki Minaj and Cardi B could probably patch up their beef. It seems like it ain't gonna happen. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.
Yes, sir, man. You know what I'm saying? Since I got Grammy nominated, I went and rewarded myself with the Ferrari 812 Superfast. You know what I'm saying? The new. Yeah, man. Grammy nominations. Nominate myself for Ferrari.
Alright, yo, so the Grammy nominations are in, right? And a lot of people in hip-hop have been nominated, but of course, because hip-hop is like the #1 genre in the United States right now, right? Which is dope, right? So that was Offset basically celebrating the fact that he was nominated for a Grammy by buying himself a new Ferrari, right? And I think that's dope, right? I love the Migos. I think that they're pretty humble. I think they like stay out of the drama and the clout chasing for the most part. And shit, man, if Offset want to buy 10 Ferraris because he was nominated, I say shout out to Offset and congratulations, right? So Offset was basically celebrating the fact that he was nominated for the best rap performance, right? Which he's nominated for that. Also, J. Cole is nominated for that, for Middle Child. Also, the whole entire Dreamville, which is J. Cole and his group, they're nominated for that too, with their song Down Bad. Down, Down Bad. The Baby is nominated for that, for Suge. And then also Nipsey Hussle, Roddy Ricch, and Hit Boy are nominated for Racks in the Middle, right? And then also you got the best rap or sung performance, which I guess this is like the best rapper singing songs. Like maybe A Boogie should be like nominated for this shit, which he's not, which is crazy. But like I guess the best singing rappers, right? Song though, not just the rapper themselves. So Lil Nas X was nominated for Panini, DJ Khaled, Nipsey Hussle, and John Legend for Higher, Lil Baby and Gunna with Drip Too Hard, Roddy Ricch and Mustard with Ballin', and then of course Young Thug, Travis Scott, and J. Cole with The London, right? And then also, you know, best rap album for the Grammys, you know, the nominations are, you got Dreamville, Revenge of the Dreamers, which is that J. Cole collaboration with his record label. You got Tyler, the Creator, Igor, which is probably going to win, which would be horrible. Meek Mill Championships, which should win, right? 21 Savage, I Am Greater Than I Was, and then YBN Cordea, right? The Lost Boy. Now with YBN Cordea, this is his first nomination for a Grammy ever. I mean, he's a new artist, right? And YBN Cordea actually went on Instagram and reacted to being nominated.
Oh, man, what the fuck, bruh? This shit crazy, nigga. This shit crazy, nigga. What the fuck?
Oh, this is dope, right? Because like YBN Cordea was literally like crying because he was nominated, right? And you just gotta remember, man, 2 years ago, he was a waiter at some restaurant, and 2 years later, like back in 2017, he was a waiter. right? And just had a dollar in a dream, right? 2 years later, my mans in them is nominated for a Grammy, right? Which is insane, right? So, all right, so back to the nominations, right? So Best New Artist, there's a bunch of artists here that I never heard of, so we're just gonna talk about who we know, right? And then Billie Eilish, well, let's talk about more specifically who's a rapper here, right? Which is just Lizzo and Lil Nas X, right? So there's that. And then, of course, Nipsey Hussle is nominated for a bunch of Grammys. Best Rap Song, Best Rap Song Performance, and Best Rap Performance. So Nipsey Hussle's probably going to win something, right? And then, you know, Best Rap Song, this is one of the things that Nipsey is nominated for. You got YBN Cordea, who's nominated for his song Bad Idea with Chance the Rapper again. So he has 2 nominations, which is crazy, right? 21 Savage and J. Cole, a lot, which I think that should win. The Baby Suge, you know, Nipsey Hussle, like I said, and then of course Rick Ross featuring Drake for Gold Roses. So Rick Ross actually got nominated for a Grammy too, and I want to say like this is Rick Ross's first Grammy nomination.
So once again, man, it's a beautiful day. You know what I'm saying? We celebrating. I'm just finna touch the streets at 305, and man, I gotta thank Drizzy Drake, you know, for my homie continued blessings from day one. Of course, for blessing Gold Roses, Grammy nominated, you know, just the whole squad once again, man. You know what I'm saying? All my fans, all my day one motherfuckers, OVO, Double MG. Y'all know what's up, baby. It's going down. Let's keep streaming that record. Let's keep voting, you know what I'm saying? Port of Miami too.
So this is dope, right? So Rick Ross is basically congratulating Drake for actually even featuring on the song, but thanking Drake. And the way that he says he's gonna celebrate his nomination is by going to Wingstop and getting like a triple, you know, chocolate, whatever, right? So that's cool, right? So one of the people who is not happy about being nominated is Rapsody. So here's the whole thing, right? Lizzo, who is a cool rapper and she has some good songs, has the most nominations all together this year, right? So she has 8 nominations. So it's safe to say that Lizzo's probably gonna take home a Grammy, which is crazy, right? But again, you know, Lizzo knows how to play the game, and she's playing it very, very well, right? And you can't really be mad at somebody just because their hustle is a little bit better than yours, right? But anyway, so Rapsody, though Lizzo was nominated for 8 Grammys, I compare her to Rapsody because Rapsody's nominated for 0 Grammys, right? Which is insane. So Daylight, you know Daylight, he's a battle rapper, he trolls a lot of people, but I think Daylight is super intelligent, and the reason why he trolls so much is because he knows like all of this is some bullshit, but so he's just trying to find the comedy and I guess the bright cloud in between all of this, right? But anyway, so Daylight actually went on Twitter and he was like, retweet Rapsody is a god, right? I repeat, I will not let her album slip under the mass majority of organized weapon music of mass destruction. Retweet. Rapsody is a god. She rose. Go, right? So basically he's giving Rapsody her props and saying that she's a god and that it is messed up that she wasn't nominated for anything, right? And then Rapsody just kind of replies to Daylight's tweet with the emoji, right? Well, that was on Twitter, but on Instagram though, Rapsody put up this cover of her album, Eve, and she had a whole lot to say, right? So basically she was like, thank you for the love you award me. I see you. The ones who lend me your ear, words, support every time. I rarely, if ever, show my cards or that I'm human when it comes to my music and my career. I feel like opening up today though. So today, right, she says, I'm disappointed. Yes, frustrated beyond, I guess beyond belief, right? But you have to tell yourself the good fight is never an easy one. And the people and the faces and the purpose behind your art is what makes creating not so empty. With awards and nominations, or not at all, not to hold you, the acknowledgement for your craft indeed feels amazing. I haven't been nominated for much, but what I am thankful for, there's so much power in the weight in numbers and nominations and awards. We as artists know that does give you exposure. And for many, validation. And you want people to continue to discover and play and be inspired by your music. That's what I get excited about anyway. But hey, we just keep on creating, right? Basically is what she's saying. So she's expressing disappointment, and she's also saying that being even nominated, even if you don't win a Grammy, can help you out as far as your career goes, right? Because everybody's talking about the Grammy nominations, right? And even if you don't know a person, you might say, Rapsody, well, who is that? And listen to her music. Why is she nominated? Listen to it and be like, oh, wow, she's fire, right? Plus, the record label, honestly, it comes down to numbers, right? The record label puts more money behind your project when you're a Grammy-nominated artist, when you an artist that can be on that big commercial platform, right? If you're not nominated for any Grammys or anything like that, let's say there are 10 artists on the record label, 8 of them are nominated for a Grammy, and you're one of the 2 that wasn't, they're going to put more money into those 8, and your project might get shelved, or they might not pay for a sample to be cleared, or they might not pay for a feature or some expensive video idea that you might have for your next project. There's a whole bunch of things that go into that, right? And Rapsody has quality music for her not to be nominated, or at least given that kind of backing or that cosign, right? And for the Grammys, for the most part, I feel like they do kind of get it right, except for that time they, gave Macklemore that award instead of Kendrick. But other than that, I feel like they get it right. I think here they got most of the nominations correct, but they didn't really need to nominate Lizzo for 8 nominations, man. They could have plugged Rapsody right into any one of those categories, because Rapsody is a new artist just like Lizzo, right? And Rapsody is a female rapper just like Lizzo. So what? Best female rap, best new artist, best, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know, man. Too much for Lizzo, not enough for Rapsody. But other than that, they pretty much got it on point, right? But hey, that's just my opinion, man. Let me know what y'all think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Jonny Fastlane on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.